Yeah, so this is 3 different coffee brands I've drunk. No, 4 different coffee brands I've drunk doing these videos. And yeah, so 5 if you can Costa. Yeah, I've had 5 different coffee brands I've had making these videos. You've got the Jimmy's, you've got the Arctic coffee, you've got that barista one, you've got Costa, and I've got this Emmy. So it's 5 different coffee brands. Oh, I've had 6 because there was that big one which I got from Aldi's as well. So there's that. I don't know what brand that was. So 6 different coffee brands. Interesting. So the coffee brand I endorse is the one that sponsors me first. Pull. See, it's got a little tab on it. It says Pull. We're not meant to be talking about coffee today. We're not talking about coffee, but maybe we can try and bring coffee. Oh yeah, got to pull it over so they get the holes out, I believe. Subject to talk about today. I haven't really planned a subject to talk about today, but what I haven't talked about for a while is the list of things which are wrong with the world, and this is why I started making these videos in the first place. The list of things which are wrong with the world. So I believe people are not free to be open and honest about their feelings, about their thoughts and feelings, because of ridicule and prejudgment. And so it stops people talking. No, even in environments where you're designed to be more open and talking about things that in your own lives. Like I go to the walk and talking group, and you can't be open and honest in a walk and talking group, a group designed so that people can be more open and talkative and talk about your issues and talk about your lives. Yeah, you can't be open and honest. Because in the walking talking group, for instance, you get judgment and you get patronising advice. Yeah, patronising advice. So, what can I say? For example, it's hard to give examples without causing judgment on a public YouTube channel. Rather than come up with my own example, because I mean I do want to come up with something that will cause me personal issues. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me an example. Right, ChatGPT, please give an example where someone cannot open up about their mental health issues because of judgment, ridicule, condemnation, and patronising advice from others. Please give an example where someone cannot open up about their mental health issues because of judgment, ridicule, condemnation, and patronising advice from others. See what it comes up with. Here is a grounded, realistic example. Okay, so it's invented a character named Mark. I don't have a character named Mark. Remember, the characters I came up with to do examples are Bob, Frank, Bonnie, Freya, and Tola Swift. Mark is struggling with anxiety and panic attacks at work. He often feels his chest tighten and his thoughts spiral, but he keeps it hidden. One day, during lunch, a colleague casually mentions feeling stressed, so Mark considers opening up. Before he can say anything, another co-worker laughs and says, "People these days call anything anxiety. Back in my day, you just gone on with it." Later, someone else adds, "Yeah, half of it's just in your head. You've got to be mentally stronger." Mark stays quiet. A few days later, he tries again, this time with a different colleague. He admits he's having panic attacks. The response comes quickly. "Have you tried just going for a run? Exercise fixes everything. Honestly, you just need to think more positively. Everyone gets anxious, mate. You're overthinking it." They mean well, but they don't really listen. The conversation shifts away from him within seconds. After that, Mark decides not to bring it up again. He starts avoiding situations where he might be asked how he's doing because he doesn't want to either lie or be dismissed. When his anxiety gets worse, he calls in sick instead of explaining why. Over time, the silence reinforces itself. It's not that he can't speak, it's that experience has taught him it won't be understood, and might even make him a target of judgment or quiet ridicule. What makes this kind of situation difficult isn't always outright cruelty. It's often casual dismissal. Everyone likes that. Everyone feels like that. Minimising. It's just in your head. Forced situations instead of listening. Subtle social signals that vulnerability isn't safe. And at the end is like the question, right? If you want, I could also give you an example of a family setting, one closer to something like limerence or isolation that might feel more personal. Yeah, see, that's a good thing. It's accurate, isn't it? You can't open up about your thoughts or feelings. I mean, this is anxiety, panic attacks, but it could be anything. Like in my case, a lot of things I put down to anxiety and panic attacks. I mean, my first formal diagnosis was depression and anxiety, and that's what I'm medically known as for years, depression and anxiety. But I now know the panic attacks I was feeling are different from panic attacks that other people experienced, because I now know it was like an AST meltdown where I lost control. I was always different from other people. This is really, really nice. They're all really nice, really. Now, the walking group. It's the same with the walking group. I mean, it's meant to be for men's mental health. Walking and talking. But I find I can't open up. And when I'm listening to other people's conversations, they're judging people and they're condemning other people they know. Like, they're talking about other people who aren't in the group, other people, family and friends members, and they're condemning them rather than trying to see situations from their other person's perspective. And these other people are agreeing. They're not seeing that their relative who isn't in the walking group could actually have an issue themselves, rather than trying to understand from there. They're just getting instant condemnation. And it makes me think, if I try to talk to them about anything, then am I going to get the same? And I know I'm going to get patronising advice, because that comes from experience. I'll just get patronising advice. My issues and my fears and problems, I hate the word problems, they're just going to be minimised and trivialised. So I can't open up in the walking group. I don't think the walking group I go to, I mean, they're nice people. And there was someone I want to get to know better there. He's not the nicest person himself in the world anyway, but I want to get to know him better. Sorry, there's a Jazz coming right in front of me. I think it's the same Jazz from last week with an older couple. They got a dog. Sorry, it was a car parking right in front of me. Yeah. Well, I'll mention the person in the walking group that I would like to get to know better in a minute. I'll wait till these people in front of me have got out the car, because bothersome talking with people right in front of me. They got a little dog. They feed the dog. And he says ball, and the dog doesn't run off because the dog's waiting for his ball. And the dog just loves to run. I mean, I'd like to run up and down here, but I'll get judged, wouldn't I? Yeah, there's someone in the walking group I'd like to get to know better. The reason why is the place he originally comes from is not far from my Limerence, so I'd like to know more about the place. I mean, it's entirely possible he knows them anyway. He knows them, knows their family. It might be like there might just be like 2 degrees of separation between us. You know, I mean, there could be 3 degrees. I mean, you might know someone who knows someone because they come from the same place. You know, so I'd like to talk to him a bit more, just in case. Just in case. No, just do some probing. You know, I want to know. Just in case. No, just find out for myself. But then he's also the sort of person who I've heard criticising others. You know, they wouldn't admit to it, but I've heard them criticise others, and I didn't feel that was right. But then, am I judging for you can't. Yeah, I've heard him criticise others, and I didn't think that was right. But it makes me feel that I can't talk about things. I can't talk about my own issues. And I definitely couldn't bring up Limerence because I feel I'll just be judged. I'll just be judged by him. And yeah. So it's a bother. It's a bother. Like you're so close, but then am I just holding myself back? But I just want to know for sure. I just want to know for sure that they don't. He doesn't know. Doesn't know them. There's a lovely yellow field over there. Let's get a bit of video. Do you find that when I'm looking at the landscapes and I can see something in the distance and I just want to go over there and explore and see what it is? Like there's a yellow field over there. Way in the distance, there's a yellow field over there. I just want to know what it is. I'll explore. Yeah, the car went in for a service, but they didn't change the air filter because they couldn't get any. I miss going places. They're going thinking of my friend Sam now, before he died. I'd like to, he's someone I could have talked to, I could have opened up to if I had the opportunity. He's someone who wouldn't have judged. So there are nice people, but I can't talk to him now. So I got another friend who I might be able to talk to a bit more. But then you've also got the from a psychology point of view, you've got, if you talk about things, it minimises the emotion you put to it. It's like if you talk about things you're planning, for instance, like me going back into education, I haven't opened up about that on friends and family on Facebook, for instance, because I was scared about the psychology theory that if you share something like that, share about something you're going to do, it creates a feeling that you've already done it in your mind, and so you're less likely to do it. So I would like to, if I did go into full-time education again, I would like to not tell anyone and just do it myself. What was I talking about? See, this is another thing about my mental issues. I've got a very short, I don't have much RAM. And I'm constantly paging stuff out of working memory. Because I'm only working on 2 gigabytes. Which means I lose my train of thought easily. I know just picking up this is taking my is an action that takes us on my processing, and so I'm losing train of thoughts because I'm trying to process multiple things at once. I've only got 2 core processor. That's what it's like. And because of my bad eyes, I see my eyes as before I got decent glasses and could afford decent glasses, I didn't know you could see as well as other people see. And so I had with cameras, I had 4/3 eye. And if I put these on, it suddenly becomes APS-C. And it's not quite full frame. If that makes any sense. Well, that's just equating me to technology, you know. Gee, Hershaw. Like being stuck in your mind. And sometimes when I'm walking, I don't feel as if I'm human. I don't feel as if I'm me. I feel as if I'm a vehicle and the body is a vehicle I'm piloting. Whereas when I'm in the car, it's different. It's totally different. The car is the vehicle I'm piloting and I am me. So I feel far more comfortable in the car. Because it's my space. Does that make sense? Probably not. I forgot what I was talking. What was I talking about? I was going to say something when I was interrupted. Yeah, I got another friend who I might be able to open up a bit more to, but whether about love or limerence, I don't know. He's the sort of person that won't judge. There are people you can open up to, I think. Maybe I'll meet up. Maybe I'll meet up and have a chat. Yeah, but if I talk about my love and limerence, it minimizes it, but this me myself talking, but it minimizes and trivializes it. And if I talk about two other people that I'm limerent over someone, and is it going to take my limerence away from me? My limerence is really strong if I keep it in myself. So I don't really want to talk to anyone about my limerence. I do, but I don't. The person I want to talk to about my limerence is my limerence. Yeah, the person I want to talk to the most about my limerence is my limerence. But it is something that you can't open up about, isn't it? Limerence to other people generally. It's difficult to open up though. The breeze is a bit cold. Oh, it's warm, but there's breeze coming through, and it's a bit cold. Put my arm on there. It's a bit cold. It's still not quite spring. I mean, it's warm. The car warms up quickly if I close the windows, but I got to make sure there's airflow around the phone because it overheats, doesn't it? I could close the windows a little bit. Warming up a bit in here. I'm out of coffee already. This is nice stuff. No, I'm not allowed to endorse a coffee until one of these coffee brands sponsors me. Is it Swiss? Because it's got a little cross on it. Creamy and chocolatey, that's what it is. Chocolate, like I can taste. Creamy and chocolatey. Our MA Cafe Latte Cappuccino is your reward for the on-the-go, gotta get it done days. We are the day makers. Yeah. I'm going to put the windows up a bit to try and warm it up a bit. It's quite cold, there's a breeze coming through. It's not blowy, but there's some breeze coming through. Oh, no. But I need to keep a breeze coming through because they're overheating the phone. I wish I could come up here with my limerence and we'll just sit here and chat. Maybe we do a video. Maybe do public videos together. Maybe I could invite her out for a coffee. Because one of my future scenarios, one of the future scenarios that could happen will allow me to go to Philadelphia. I mean, it'll mean taking a few risks with the money I have at that time, if I can get that funding for projects. Maybe I can invite her out for a coffee. But of course, that's taking a risk. There's something else we can talk about on these videos is taking a risk. They got another one of the pieces of patronising advice you get is put yourself out there. I mean, I'm doing air quotes, put yourself out there, as in it's something someone says. Well, that's why I'm making these videos, or taking a risk is where the magic happens, and there's lots of memes and things like this or advice. And it's this category of patronising advice that I talk about, because if you take those risks, the chances of things going wrong, you can't predict it. The chances of things going wrong are quite high. But am I jinxing it by even just mentioning that is a thought? Maybe I can invite her out for a coffee. Invite her out for a coffee in the centre of the city. And let's say in the city, just go for a coffee. I feel I need to make a pilgrimage to the city. I would like to go there this year. I'm going to defer some of my big life decisions till after the 30th. So I'm so frightened of losing my Limerence. I want to take her out for a coffee. Just have a talk. I said my dream was just to walk with her down the river, down the path by the river. Just get to know her better. Hear about what she thinks about. What are her thoughts and feelings? What are her dreams from her? Tell me about herself from herself. Maybe it's also possible to take her out for a coffee. Or a tea. A bubble tea. A bubble tea. If you drink bubble tea too fast, I'd rather have a coffee. Strong coffee. Well, if you have a strong coffee, then you have a massive poop, which can cause problems because then you're separated for a few minutes as you spend time on the toilet. So maybe a bubble tea is okay. Or an ice cream. We go for an ice cream parlour. I mean, if I did take a risk and things go well, that could happen in the next. Could happen by August, by the end of August. Yeah, what's one of these positive memes? Positive things like if you take a risk, there's the chances of things going well. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a search for positive risk meme. Like you got this one, yeah. Don't be afraid to take risks. You might land on your feet. Or pause. See, that sort of quote as well. That sort of quote. You get lots of things like that. These are just cheap memes that people post to social media for cheap likes. But are they real? Is it a real piece of advice? You might. But then the risks, you also got a very high risk. And I think the risks are higher than the rewards in a lot of cases. Invite her out for a coffee. I'm just imagining the feeling as if I was sat in a coffee place, a coffee shop or a nice cafe, and knowing she would be coming to visit and we're going to have a chat. The amount of emotions that would be going through my heart. Anyway, all right, I think it's time to go. I got to get back. Okay, thank you for listening to me today, and we'll chat some other time.